I got here as fast as I could. I'm a longtime technology telecom person who was fortunate to be in the early days of the terrestrial wireless world. So saw the 1G, 2G world, 3G world evolve, and saw it commoditize, and saw it kind of become Apple iPhones and uninteresting things. And I really yearned for that, being able to innovate and do something that was different than anyone else. And when Iridium called in 2006, it had been bankrupt. It had sort of an interesting history. It had become profitable and was entering new businesses, but it was sort of seeking a future. And I thought this would be an awesome business challenge as well as technical challenge to kind of reinvent one of the most interesting networks in the world and make it a platform for growth again. Clearly, launching satellites is an extraordinary experience, which I neither expected or anticipated, not having come out of the satellite world. It was, when you see $350 million worth of your stuff at risk on in our case, our first launch was the first launch after a rocket of the same type had blown up several months before. Probably one of the most emotional experiences I've ever felt, and there's great pictures of me holding my heart. It literally was beating out of my chest as I wondered why the rocket wasn't going in the direction I sort of anticipated. So that was one of them. But I will tell you, while there's a lot of technology things I'll remember, it'll be the people that I've been associated with, it'll be our partners, it'll be the team that was part of it, it was the team that put the network together. It'll always be about the people that I think will be the most memorable things as I look back at sort of the career I've had here. I think there's a kind of an innate curiosity that you have, a desire to learn. I've loved space ever since I was a little kid. I watched the Jetsons and watched anything that would go into space. I became a pilot very early because that was the closest I could get to freedom and the ability to travel and to move away. Growing up in Dayton, Ohio, I was close to the birthplace of aviation, the birthplace. Neil Armstrong lived not that many miles to the east of where we were, from Wapakoneta. I was just inspired by the space program altogether. I'd certainly say that, but it's really the business aspect of it, really a strong business challenge, one in which you can sort of see the path to the future through a difficult problem. That's probably what motivates me the most, leading a team to accomplish something important, not something impossible, but something important, and really Iridium has been this really unique platform where you're not just doing good, you're doing well. You're really doing something important for people, for humanity, and the platform itself is saving lives. I don't think it would be the same if I was delivering Netflix videos to kids or something, but knowing that critical people around the world their lives are being saved or improved because of what we're doing, that has been really rewarding. Humility, being able to listen. Obviously, to lead, people need to follow you. Power is elusive. It doesn't really, it doesn't translate to the long term. So people wanting to follow you is really critical. I think you have to learn very early how it is that you inspire people to want to do something hard, make them understand. I'd say communication is a really critical skill people should be very, very good at, both oral and written, but the ability to convey an idea and have people understand it and want to get behind it is an important thing. Being tall and having a deep voice helps too, I've found, so I'll take that. People are drawn to this industry for the technology. They're attracted to space, maybe believing we can get off this planet or put something off this planet. We've accomplished something, and it is. I say the technical challenges are fun and interesting and unique and important, and you know you're involved in something that is bigger than we are. But I would say I would encourage them more than anything else is to learn some business. We lack sometimes the business skills in this industry, the pragmatism, the understanding how a business case closes, what is going to work. It's not just good ideas, but it's not just good technical ideas, but what ideas will work. And so spend time, if you can, in your career doing something that will prepare you for making business decisions about, because that to me, fundamentally will be what makes whatever you're into successful. So what's next for our industry? Well, we're certainly going through an interesting time. Iridium was probably the poster child of what you could call Space 1.0. Didn't work out so well for us, but it was an audacious idea that was maybe too big for its time and was conceived improperly, and fortunately it has made a resurgence and has been there. We're now in the middle of New Space or Space 2.0 where people are excited. I hope they've learned lessons from the past. I feel we're both a cautionary tale as to what can go wrong and the failures that can occur, but also an inspiration for if you persist, you work your way through the issues, not only can you succeed, but you can thrive. So I think we're in an interesting time, but it's still a time of we're not really sure who the winners and losers are going to be. That's challenging for people who want to pick out where they're going to be, but it's also exciting to see this innovation and enthusiasm for our industry pay off into possibly some new things that will change humanity and change the way we live and work. You know, that's a pretty exciting time to be.